Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, America founding and all that. We thought, who better to talk to than Lucas Scheffel, an Australian comic book creator, who was also a American history major in college, right?
I was way back in the day.
Well, that's why we thought we'd have you on.
I'm like, you picked the craziest guy, this Australian guy.
Well,
he doesn't live there. Yeah.
We hadn't seen you in a while either, so it was just sort of an excuse to have you on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
how is this my 20th appearance on the show?
12th.
Okay. Getting there.
We were counting.
Yeah, I've totally forgotten. I thought it was only 6, but is it 12? Really?
12, yeah, really 12. We're gonna start charging you to be on the show, but don't pay us in Australian dollars.
Yeah, I'll pay you in Australian dollars, and you'll get half of what you.
Yeah. So, but you're kind of, your latest work was sort of Australian history, right?
It's very heavily Australian, yeah. It's my latest graphic novel is called Ned Kelly and the 5 Revolvers, and it deals with Australian outlaws. So we call them bush rangers here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very quintessentially Australian, and it's like a part of Australia that doesn't get sort of talked about much in pop culture, which is a shame in this country. But yeah, I'm trying to open up that field, and there's a lot of other guys that are doing it at the moment, which is really cool. And so my book's doing really well. I'm selling lots of copies of it. I'm getting it into lots of libraries in Australia, which has been really great. I think I've nearly hit 20 plus libraries here in Australia since launching my campaign, and I've sold close to 200 books. So yeah, it's been good. I'm developing a new book at the moment, the second book, because there's a lot of interest in that. I'm going for more funding from the Australian government. So
that's cruel. They give you money.
They do, yeah. If you've really got to work hard with the funding applications and stuff. It's not like they just hand it out. But,
well, could we move to Australia and get funding? Is that how it works?
Why not? You just move and become citizens, and I'll teach you how to do it.
Great, sounds good. We'll be down there next week.
Yeah, come on down.
Few, because we don't have anybody else down there. So that's great.
But yeah, it's been fun. So yeah.
Okay.
There's some other exciting things happening around that I can't talk about. I've been approached by a documentary about my book, and then a documentary has been made on Ned Kelly culture here in Australia. So it's quite a deep, profound thing. There's two opposed sides to what people think about the bushranger, like who he was and what he stood for. And there's a guy making a documentary at the moment, so I'm involved in that. And then I'm making I can't talk about it, but
come on.
I'm teaming up. I gotta be careful. I'm teaming up with a bunch of people to create something visual and that's moving, so around the book. So yeah. But that's
so you're gonna have something made of the book?
Yeah.
Okay. So a major motion picture.
Something you can watch. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's all you can say.
Yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah. I really want to talk more about it. I just can't. Yeah.
It's mean. We invited you on to celebrate America's 250. You're holding back on us. That's really that's mean. Well, when you can talk about it, you need to come back and tell us.
I will.
Yeah, sure you will.
So maybe the end of the year next year.
Where?
Maybe 4th of July next year.
Okay.
Maybe the 4th of July next year.
Yeah. All right. Which will be the 251, and I won't care.
251.
Sorry to show her age.
What's happening in America? What's happening in America at the moment with the celebrations tomorrow? What are you guys doing?
Well, we're doing nothing.
What are you celebrating?
We're going to probably cook out or something, but
cool.
There's stuff going on. There's always fireworks shows and stuff, but it's, you have to spend all day at the place waiting for the fireworks. I don't really want to sit outside in the sun for 6 hours to see something. But there's a big thing. There's something going on in Washington D.C. that's not very big, but it's supposed to be,
Right.
but it's not.
Okay.
So I don't really want to say about that. We're not a political
Yeah.
podcast.
No.
No, I know you're not. No, I appreciate that.
But we could say stuff. Anyway, so you have a new Kickstarter coming out soon for this second edition of.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting on some funding to come through to get this one going, and then I'll kickstart. So mid-July, I'll hear more, and then I'll gauge when I want to launch that one. So I'm just building up the pre-launch page at the moment. It's got about 80 followers. Yeah,
I think I'm one of them, but
I hope so.
also, are you planning to make a trilogy out of this? I mean, that seems to be the way to go.
I
Yeah,
am, yeah.
yeah.
So there'll be 3 books. Yeah, the 3rd book is already being written as well.
Of course, it has. Yeah.
It's got a title. It's pretty much fleshed out. So
Okay, you can't tell us what
I
it
went
is.
hard
That's
with
fine.
this one. So
All
yeah,
right.
no, it's called the second one. So the first one is called Ned Kelly: The 5 Revolvers. Oh, the first one, sorry. The second one is called Ned Kelly: First Blood. So it's kind of like
Sounds like Rambo.
Rambo.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Basically, I'm trying to tap into that. And then the third one is called Ned Kelly: Blood and Thunder. So it sort of wraps everything.
It's
up.
not called Second Blood, 6 Revolvers. Okay. Yeah.
Called Hot Shots. Redux or something.
So, I mean,
Charlie Sheen.
how much? I mean, the guy was like, what, 26 when he died or something?
He was quite young, yeah. He made quite an impact in Australian culture. It's kind of odd. There's like in Australia, there's a lot of people that you meet, and they're like either they believe they're related to him, like distant relatives. So
Sure.
it's quite funny seeing it. It's just he's quite ingrained in Australian culture. I think just because he stood up against the authorities and the police and wore this really heavy 40-kilogram armor and a helmet, and he went with his game and he took on the police, and it created a bit of a huff back in the day. And so the authorities and the police here had to take him down basically and make a stance and say we're not going to put up with this sort of behavior
Kind of-
moving forward in our history.
Yeah, we had like, Bully the Kid, that kind of stuff here.
Yeah, exactly. You've got like through your history, there's quite a prevalent sort of thing, but here that's our thing.
Our single claim to
you know.
fame. Okay.
Yeah, basically it is, but it divides people. It's really funny. There's some people who say he was a cop killer, and there's other people that say he was, like a Robin Hood style character. But, really at the end of the day, I don't think any of that sort of exists. It sort of was if you read into Australian history, colonially, back in the late 1800s, it was just very hard to live, and people were trying to just survive. And if that meant stealing stuff, they were stealing stuff. And if the police were if people had the opportunity to become a police officer, they went and did it. And how they went about it back then was very different. The rules were very different back then to how it is now. There wasn't much in the way of out of this. There was inquiries, but it was just systems weren't in place, and people were doing wrong things by people. And it was just it was a cesspool of like craziness. And it wasn't a great place to be. But yeah,
But it is now.
So there is that too. Maybe, yeah. No, yeah.
So you're having winter down there?
It is. We're in the thick of it. Yeah. So it's
Is
nice
it
and
cold?
So.
I mean,
Yeah. So you can. Actually, I need to convert the into Fahrenheit for you guys to understand. So
yeah, we're
I
stupid.
think no, well, for even me, it's like hard. So the other night where I am, I'm actually in the town that I grew up in and I was born in. I'm visiting my mum, but I'm normally like in the colder weather. I'm normally sort of up north where it's a lot warmer. But there was one night here, it got to 3 degrees Celsius overnight. And so that's about 37 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's pretty cold.
Yeah, it was cold. So it does drop below, 0 degrees here too. But I haven't seen that.
I mean, I would think you're closer to the South Pole than wouldn't you? Do you get wintry stuff from that, or is that?
Yeah, the winds come up and stuff. Yeah, it gets quite cold. There is parts of like the lower parts of Australia where it snows. You know, snow does. We do have alpines, and
Right.
you know, you can go skiing and stuff like that. So in select areas, we do have that going on. Yeah.
So just so you know, in LA when it's 55, it's freezing. You know, so we're very spoiled.
You're very spoiled.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell us something. Do you have anything about American history that interested you in particular?
Yeah. So when I was at university, I did a major in American history, which is everyone was asking me why did you do that, because it's so
I'm surprised they offered it in a way.
center. Yeah, well, they had a big American history department at my university. It was quite funny. It was quite funny because there was 2 lecturers there that were from the US, you know, and they'd obviously immigrated to Australia. And one was very Republican and one was very Democrat. And yeah, they'd just fight with each other all the time. It was the funniest thing. And to the point where they get in arguments and they wouldn't speak to one another. And they'd talk in class about, you know, each of those teachers respectively. And I was like, oh, wow, it's quite entertaining to sort of hear, their viewpoints. But I guess one of the things that, well, for me, that fascinated me about American history was sort of Al Capone. I ended up writing a thesis on Al Capone and what he stood for back in the 20s and 30s. So that was my little.
You're kind of into the gangsters, aren't you? Ned Kelly, Al Capone.
All the bad people. Yeah, so I don't know if that's a good
What
thing.
fascinated you about Al Capone besides, you know?
Gosh. Whew. I kind of took him from a controversial angle in what I wrote about him, and I kind of looked at him as a symbol of law and order back in the day of Prohibition, because I was kind of fascinated with, you know, you guys made alcohol illegal, you know.
Yeah, they were trying to
Prohibition,
Prohibition.
Yeah. But so what I found funny was there was all this, the underbelly of it all, where, you know, once it was made illegal, there was all these, you know, places you could go,
Speakeasies?
Secret door, speakeasies, and you go in and they're gambling, and it was fun happening. It's like, oh, there's such a contrast to what's being portrayed out in the open, but underground, it's like all this interesting stuff going on. It's like, oh wow, that's, you know, everyone's in on it as well, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
Not just the gangsters, but politicians and, you know, mayors and all that sort of thing. So I found that really fascinating.
Yeah, it's another weird little attempt. You know, the U.S. does some silly things from time to time, and that was one of them, definitely. Because I think they also fell into the Depression right about the same time. They cut out
that was about the same time. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so really interesting that, you know, people weren't depressed. They were just going indoors and. Yeah,
well, there was. I mean, in movies, they always show people going to speakeasies like it's not it's illegal, but whoopee shit, let's go, you know, and. So it wasn't a big deal, I guess. But I've heard people say they never missed a drink during Prohibition. You know, there's always some place to go to get it, and people like Al Capone were the ones that kind of supplied it, bootleggers that would supply the.
Profited off of it. Yeah.
And they got him on tax
evasion. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yep.
He got him on tax evasion.
That's when they could get him on. Yeah.
The only thing, and then Elliot Ness comes into that as well, and just his angle, and
there was
interesting how Al Capone died at the end. You know, he ended up having dementia and syphilis.
Yeah.
Just sort of just went crazy, you know, like, there's that, I don't know if you've seen it, there's a movie with Tom Hardy, where it looks at Al Capone in his sort of last days, and he's in a house, and he's basically dying, but he's got his family around him trying to protect him, but he's seeing random stuff like alligators coming into his house and just seeing, you know, just flipping out, you know. It's quite an interesting ending. Yeah.
So what was your thesis about?
It just looks at Al Capone as like a symbol of law and order during that time. Like, I sort of flipped it and thought, well, you know, is he, you know,
So
he was more profiteering off of it. Yeah.
So Gangster was your Law and Order guy.
Yeah, basically, I flipped it around and looked at it from that point of view because like you had the territory set up. You know, you had the north side, the south side, and all these different people were, you know, running. You know, the Irish running certain sectors, and he was running his sectors, and they were all fighting against each other. And like to me, I kind of looked at that as sort of a sense of law and order, which it wasn't. You know,
it's sort of like setting the law for those people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that sort of thing. But I took it from that angle. And
what grade did you get on this?
I can't remember. It's so long ago.
Oh, well, go look it up. We'll wait.
So long ago. I don't have any.
So you didn't do well, is what you're trying to tell us.
No, I did well.
No. If you got an A, you go, yeah, I did great.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It's not like we didn't score on A's here. They have like these grading system, like a GPA of some sort. So it like goes on numbers. And I just can't remember. I've got it somewhere. I've got paperwork somewhere. Yeah.
Well, A's were 4 points and B's were 3, and we still have we had GPAs in America too.
Yeah. I just don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'd have to.
So you had to do usually you do a thesis here when you get a master's degree in something.
Yeah. I was in my. I don't think did. I actually no. Hang on. Did I do my master's? No. I didn't. I went back. Maybe I did I did my master's. Sorry, I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is Discovery Day for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Because I could go back now and do my PhD. No, I did go back and do masters. Sorry, got that wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so you did do a master's degree in U.S. history.
I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to ask you a question. We'll reveal more about your past to you.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just been so long ago because I've.
How long ago is it? You say that. How long ago has it really been? 10 years?
Well, 2003 it would have been, yeah.
Okay, so 23 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's been been a while.
Yeah.
It's like, just amnesia. Just wipe it from the brain and just move on. Yeah, I'm here right now.
Yeah, okay. So, so besides Al Capone, anybody else you admired in American history?
Oh, Elvis, I guess.
Yeah, he was a big politician here.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw Nixon. Yeah, got his badge. Yeah.
Well, Elvis is why we named it's the Hound Dogs at the school.
Yeah, I realized that.
1956.
Yeah.
Fictitiously.
Were you around? Were you around? No.
I was not born yet.
No, you weren't born yet. Okay. You were around. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I came a few years later.
Yeah. A few years later. American history.
But that's why we have the Hound Dogs as Elvis.
Yeah, that's cool. I always thought that every time I get the email through and I see the insignia, the logo, I was like, it's got to be.
You actually read it? You're one of the few people.
No, I do.
Well, good. We're working on one now for
emails.
Sunday. So.
It's yeah. I don't think there's anyone else that sort of. I'm trying to think. You're putting me on the spot. I'm trying to think if there's anyone that.
We gave you full warning. We're going to talk about. It's the bicentennial, or is the what do they call it? 250.
Lyndon Johnson. There you go.
Yeah.
The vice president became president when Kennedy got.
Very. What little I know about him, I'm from Texas, which is where he's from.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah. And
right.
I got better. And anyway. Yeah, he was a very interesting guy because he was started as a school teacher and ended up being like the Speaker of the House, I think, or something at one point.
Okay. Right.
And he ran for president against JFK, and sort of it was a kind of a compromise to have him on the ballot, kind of because JFK was young and Catholic, and this guy was not young. And,
not young.
And
Catholic.
Yeah, and then he. I think his wife or whatever ended up owning. There was the rock station in Austin was KLBJ, which was kind of interesting for
His wife, really? Wow.
Yeah, Lady Bird.
Wow.
Which is maybe why it was KL. It was kind of weird. There was Lyndon Baines Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson, so they're both LBJ.
Wow. There's an interesting story about Lyndon Johnson during, I don't know when it was. I don't know if it was during one of the wars or something, but he was on a plane over Australia and it crash landed near Canberra. There's a site you can go to.
Oh.
While I don't know if he was in training or something, he might have been over here, and it crash landed, and there's this, you can actually go there, and there's like a plaque, and it shows this is where the plane sort of crashed. He was obviously okay, because, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, he died.
He died and came back. And,
Yeah.
He did some Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 2 thing.
Yeah.
Through thing naked and stuff. No.
I want to see that.
But yeah, it's well known here in Australian, well, not well known in Australian history, but yeah, it happened here. So
yeah, it was kind of weird that when he got older, he let his hair grow. I mean, it wasn't like my length, but he let his hair grow a little bit out. It was like kind of weird. Like, he wasn't the guy you'd think he would do that.
Oh, okay. Wow. There you go. Wow. That's cool.
No, anyway, so yeah, I theoretically should know more about him than I do, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you do more, from the same place. Yeah.
I heard one time that he really wanted, in the White House, really wanted the shower to be super hot water. So he wanted all these different, what do you call it, faucets in the shower. And he wanted to be super hot. Yeah, I don't know. Supposedly, who was the guy that was one of those stories where the guy that ended up being the head of the MPAA for a long time was his assistant, and I guess LBJ got, the story goes, LBJ got this woman pregnant, and this guy married her to cover up for it.
Right.
Talk about dedicated.
Right.
And he was rewarded by becoming the head of the MPAA for 30, 40 years or something. I can't remember the guy's name. But.
People want to know. Wow.
I am just besmirching.
Yeah. So what are you saying? I should just go out and get someone pregnant?
No.
I could be head of something.
Right. Yes. That's how it works. Now you marry somebody that's already pregnant with somebody else's baby. That's how.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yes.
The other way. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Long line of Randy presidents.
Yeah. You seem to have a lot of Randy, like Bill Clinton. Yeah. I remember being at high school and seeing that in the newspaper and reading what happened with him and Monica and all those things. And it was like, why is this published? And I'm reading this like as a young teenager.
Yeah, it's. Yeah. I remember he was giving the speech for when Hillary was was the nomination for the Democratic Party. He was giving this speech, and I was like, and you cheated on her like 100 times, What a great woman she is. Well, so, yeah.
A little bit of a show. Yeah.
Anybody else we should besmirch in American history? Yeah.
I'm trying to think of someone in American history that's a little bit more.
I will mention I found this Assassin's Creed 3 promotional shirt.
Nice.
So it's got the 13.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, because Assassin's Creed 3, I think this was from Comic-Con, actually.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed 3 took place during when it was the colonies. And so that's why the 13 stars. And what was interesting about that game was that the main character was he was half white, half Native American.
Okay.
And I memorized how to pronounce his native name.
Okay.
It was Radun Hagedun.
Okay.
Otherwise, his white name, I guess, is Connor Kenway.
Oh, okay. Sort of a fictitious history there, but yes.
I will say I kind of liked the game just because it was interesting to have an Assassin's Creed game in an American
in the colonies.
setting. Yeah.
That's
That was a unique period to explore.
Like the Civil. What about the Civil War and Ken Burns documentaries? Have you guys watched?
We watched it. We had bought the book, and I don't know if we might even have the Civil War thing here.
I think we have it.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah. extremely well.
And there was a Shelby Foote, I think, was the guy that he kept quoting all the time. And he's written several books apparently about the Civil War as well.
Right.
And when I was growing up as a kid, there was this book that was sort of the illustrated battles of this, like drawings of all the stuff going on and stuff. It was really cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So, were you like you grew up in Texas? I don't want to butcher any of the history or anything, but are there any places that you would have gone to that where these sort of like wars or battles happened, like during the war?
There was very little fighting in Texas.
And, yeah, okay.
Because they did join the Confederacy, but I think there might have been one or two battles actually in Texas. It was not really a major part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's a lot of, history happened in Texas, but it's like,
for sure.
like the Alamo and stuff like that, which we've been to.
Yeah.
Davy Crockett? Yeah, is that all?
Yeah, Davy Crockett died there, yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Came down
Have you got any like history in your family though? Like back, if you would trace back any sort of lineage to any of those events?
No, but both my wife's family and my family came over on the Mayflower.
Ah, right.
Along, which was
yeah.
We're related to the guy that fell off the boat.
John Howland.
John Howland, yeah. I think we might both be related to that. And on her family side is the guy that Lexington or Concord was fire. The guy that sort of
ordered the ordered the firing of the shot heard around the world.
Howland, I think.
That was Major John Buttrick.
Buttrick, yes.
Yeah.
Buttrick.
Wow.
So yeah, we have a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
And what that's done for us is nothing.
Well, you don't know that. That may have, your long hair maybe having,
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I just find it fascinating, like people's ancestry and lineage, because like for me, I don't know much. I don't know who I could be related to. Like, that's cool.
You're Ed Kelly, right?
No. Oh, yeah, of course. He's my uncle. Yeah.
You said a bunch of people in Australia are claiming to be related, so I thought. Hey.
Well, that's what they do. Like I remember when I was at a Comic-Con and I had some promotional material up of it, and one old lady walked by with her grandson and was like, "Oh look, there's Uncle Ned." Like, I'm like, and then like another person said the same thing. I was like, I'm related to Ned Kelly. I'm like his 5th, 7th generation grandson or something like that. Sure. But I don't know how legit that is. But then everyone says in Australia, another thing we say is like, if you have a dog and you don't know its breed, right? Or it's got a bit of dingo in it. Oh, my dog's got a bit of dingo in it. It's like, does it really have a bit of dingo in it? I don't know how to say that. Because dingoes are,
yeah, they're dogs
in the Australian outback. Yeah,
they're wild dogs.
Got some dingo in it, mate. Like, I don't think.
I love the fact you guys get away saying mate too, but
mate. Yeah.
We can't really say that here.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah.
Well, good day. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you say good day. Put a shrimp on the barbie for you.
I do that because I work for a lot of US companies. So when I go into Zoom meetings and they say, hey, howdy y'all, how you going, Lucas, sort of thing, and I'm like, g'day, and they're like, they don't say anything. They're just like, who's this guy?
Yeah, no, one of my jobs at one time was working for a financial information company, and we had a bunch of obviously salespeople in New York City, and they had that sort of New York accents or whatever, and so it'd bring out the sort of southern, the Texas drawl out of me or whatever. Yeah, kind of say y'all and stuff.
Y'all, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of brings it out of you, but.
It's funny because I worked for a company that were based out of Austin in Texas, and I know Austin's not really Texas from what I understand.
It is Texas, so but it's...
I know it's Texas, but not in the sense of like, because it's a very tech-heavy sort of city.
Yes, and it's the seat of the government, the big university, so it's kind of more liberal than the rest of the state.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, a lot of them would say y'all, how every second sentence was that's interesting.
Yeah, we have the former artist that worked for us lives in Philadelphia, and she says y'all all the time. Like, okay, I don't know where you get that from. Yeah, no, Austin. I went to school there, the University of Texas.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and it would have been a great town if you made a lot of money. Even back then, it was not.
Yeah.
Being a student,
okay.
you were like, all this great stuff's happening, but I can't afford to go.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was kind of a fun experience to be down there. So
Yeah.
Well-
Do you put any of that college experience or school experience into the Power Squared? Like, or was that more?
I think a little bit of San Ramiro is. I went to a community college in
Yeah.
Dallas called Richland Community College, and I think that a little bit of the idea behind the school was sort of the spread out. And they went to a community college at the time we started the book, Pierce College, and it was sort of spread out. But yeah, it was.
Yeah. Sort
It
of,
was a little bit of that from, We didn't have a student union so much as we had a coffee shop, that kind of stuff, which is what we had. So
Right.
I remember a teacher sort of scolding us for, you guys should demand a student union. Who cares?
Oh,
But,
really?
yeah. Well, she was, had gone to big school and whatever.
Right. So you wanted progress.
Yeah. And so,
Yeah.
but
Marches, protesting.
it was a very nice experience. I mean, I was able to get like half my college credits for next to nothing. And
Right.
my favorite moment was when I went to the graduation ceremony because if I'm going to get an AA, I'm going to be there. And the guy mispronounced my name,
Oh no.
so I
How
went
did
back
he
and
say
said, "What? Oh,
How
I
did
don't
he
know,
say
Hawkins or something like that." I get that a
it?
lot.
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, and so I went
How
back
did
and
you get
said,
that? No,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand that. You're
"Well,
Hawkins.
Hankins is not a very common name.
No.
Maybe it is in Australia,
When you
but here
read
it's
it.
not." What?
Well, when you read it though.
Yeah, but people
read it.
read N and think Hawkins. I don't know why, because it almost looks like a W.
Or did you misspell it?
So yeah, and so I went
Stranger
back.
Things.
I went back and made him repronounce my name. So it's called.
You did?
It's
Good on
Hankins.
you.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Fortunately, at my graduation, they said my name correctly. So.
Oh, that's good.
They learned.
Although I think we had the
Learned.
opportunity to write out how to pronounce it,
Yeah.
probably because
Oh,
of
right.
it was a mixture of like domestic and foreign
Yeah.
students. So
Okay.
we want to
Yeah,
be
you need that.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There could be some very interesting
names.
names here.
Now there is. Like back in the day when I went to school, there was just Smith, Jones, and whatever. But now, like, even my name was pretty eclectic. But now some of the names I see, I'm like, oh, how do we?
Yeah. His look at what?
I don't want to butcher it. I'm going to
No,
butcher
yeah.
it regardless of what I say.
I remember I had an astronomy teacher who apologized in advance if he butchered anyone's name the first time, and he said it was because he grew up in like the most white bread.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, what name is that? You don't want to ask, where are you from? Because that's bad. But
No,
it's like,
then it's that. Yeah, you go down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
but like, where did that come from? But usually it's,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why the podcast before we record we confirm how to pronounce someone's name so that we don't embarrass ourselves by butchering it.
Yeah. That's always good.
So you like gangsters in the Civil War?
Yeah. Yeah. I like all the bad stuff. I don't know. I'm interested in your cars as well. Cars are cool. Like like all your Cadillacs and Chevrolets and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've become a Toyota family, actually. we have 3 cars. 2 of them are Toyotas. One's a
Really?
truck.
Really?
Yeah, and then we have a what?
What sort of Toyotas are they? What sort of brand? Like what's the model?
The truck is a Tacoma. I don't know if they have those there or not. And the car is a Camry.
Camry, yeah. Camry's a big thing. Like it's a real staple car here. My mum and dad owned the Camry.
Yeah, they're really reliable. And so
Yeah, very reliable.
we paid cash for it.
Okay.
Like, it was 1 year old or whatever. We didn't buy it new. We bought it used, and it was
Yeah.
yeah. So we just
That's cool.
paid it off. Yeah, our financial advisor said we could, so we just went down. We don't want to have any
Yeah.
payments, so if we don't have to, so we just paid it off.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
But it still
Yeah,
took
we had
3 hours to get through the thing. I'm going to give you the money now, and I still had to wait like 3 hours to talk to somebody to do it. I was not very
Really?
happy about that
Oh,
part.
that's annoying.
Yeah, it
I
was.
suppose
my-
that's
my,
pretty American.
Yeah. Camry's a staple car. We used to have they used to have a Toyota factory here in Australia, but they got like where they made the cars, but they got too expensive and everything comes in now from overseas. But yeah, it used to be a real big Toyota. Well, it still is actually. Toyota's a big thing in this country.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone's into their full driving. We don't call them trucks over here. We call them utes, like a utility.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so
I've heard that
we have
term before.
Yeah, we have odd looking. It kind of looks like a sedan, but it's only two people at the front and it's got a tray at the back. But it's, you can.
Those used to be
they
there were El Caminos here. That was a
looks like an El
that-
Camino. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But there's a lot of that. But then there's a lot of full driving like the Toyotas.
Yeah, we're not into the four wheel. We have the truck is what they call a crew cab, so it's enough for 4 people to sit comfortably.
4 people. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Crew
then
cab, yeah, we call them dual cabs over here.
what? Dual cabs?
Dual cabs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just.
All right. So it's okay.
We are down under, so. Yeah.
Our other car is a 2001 PT Cruiser.
Yes, right. TT Cruiser. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
And
some, yeah.
good luck
I know
finding
exactly.
any parts for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very unique, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they stopped making it a long time ago.
Yeah. So it's just sort of. I liked the car at the time; it was really cool, and now it's like.
It's cool, yeah, very cool.
But it's hard to keep up and stuff. So
Yeah.
we still haven't passed the smog check from October. So
Ah, you're right. You're in all that. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, we have.
Yeah.
In California, you have to have your car smogged. I think every other year
Yeah.
after a certain point
Yeah.
to make sure you're not polluting.
I know. Here in Australia, when it comes to diesel cars built past a certain year, they have to put in what I call a DFP, which reduces the emissions from the diesel.
Yeah, we have all the cars here are catalytic converters, what they call
Yeah,
it.
we've got catalytic converters too.
Yeah, but that's because of California.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You can thank us later, but but yeah, they got pretty serious. I mean, there are people still complaining, about the air quality, but it's way better than it used to be here.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it used to be really like foggy outside, smog, and now it's
Nice.
pretty nice. But I've heard people
Interesting.
still say it's still 49th of all the cities or whatever. But anyway. People like to rag on California.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Here, at least here they do.
Yeah. What's it like? Do you know much about the film industry there at the moment? Like what it's going through and. how
Well,
it's sort of
I worked
shaping
for a
up?
film company.
You do, of course you do. Yes.
My wife used to work
Have
at
you got any
Paramount.
insider?
I don't really get into the film side of it. I'm more on the television
I know,
side,
yeah.
but a
It's
lot
a-
of
yeah.
stuff is because of tax incentives. They're making stuff in Australia.
To Australia.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I watched a movie last night and I was like, I watched Anaconda last night, with Jack Black
Uh-huh.
and Paul Rudd. And it was shot on the Gold Coast here.
Yeah.
And places I recognised, I was
All
like,
the-
oh, wow.
All the Star Wars films were made in England or Australia. I think they were going to make one here. That was a big deal. Yeah, it's because everybody gave you all these tax incentives, and California was like, it's based here. But so a lot of production has
Just overseas.
gone away, but they're trying to bring it back. They are actually having a pretty good tax incentive to bring film production back, television
Yeah.
production back.
Okay.
There's actually some. We had a guy on the show who was in post production, and they're trying to do a post production tax incentive
Nice.
to, once you shot it here,
Keep it.
keep it.
Keep the
Yeah.
money there. Yeah,
So
that's
there's,
great.
it's still the company, it's still a company town. It's just, not the heyday anymore that it was.
Yeah, the
I
golden
guess.
era.
Yeah, and a lot of companies are building studios, like Lionsgate has a studio in New Jersey.
Wow.
They're kind of a major tenant, I believe. But yeah, it's like
Right.
okay, we're an LA-based company. Actually, they're Canadian-based, but the headquarters is in Santa Monica.
Nice.
But
do you this is probably like me saying, like foreigners saying to me that, do you see kangaroos everywhere in the street?
We do see kangaroos everywhere in the street here. It's amazing.
But do you see movie stars and like things being shot everywhere? Like obviously nothing's being shot, maybe. But
Well, actually, we had a couple of weeks ago. They were shooting a scene from a movie that's going to be on Apple Television out in our street.
What?
First time.
Which one was it?
Yeah. And it would basically they had us all move our cars so they could park cars they wanted to be in the shot. There was some car parked in front of our house for a while, and then you'd see this. They had the thing where the guy's in the car, the camera, and all that sort of stuff. Yes. And then they had a guy racing down the street and stuff. Yeah, so it was kind of interesting.
Oh, cool.
But it was like one day they're gone.
Production was it?
What?
Okay. Do you know what production it was?
I have it written down somewhere. I don't know off the top of my head what it was. It's an Apple film.
Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was I was really like, great. This is what we want to see happen here. Shoot stuff here.
As far
Did you get in the background?
No. Yeah.
Sorry.
I yelled my name as they went by. No, I'm joking.
As far as
David Hawkins.
As far as celebrity sightings go, we haven't run into too many really. Although we have once in a blue moon maybe seen someone. Like one time, Patton Oswalt randomly showed up at our local comic book store because he was filming something in the area. Or one time I randomly saw Brian Posehn.
Uh-huh.
I think one time when we were watching a movie, we randomly saw Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I remember one time we were at a movie theater and I can't think of the guy's name. He's been at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
He was like in the audience. So you can run into them if you're in the right place. A lot of them don't hang out in the valley, which is where we are.
Something it's kind of weird. When Megadeth was putting out their final album, they did a screening of where they were like playing the album, but also Dave Mustaine was talking about his career. And I learned that the drummer Dirk Verburen showed up, and it was like when the lights are out, he went in and watched it with everyone.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, what? I saw that later. That's cool to me.
Yeah, occasionally when I was working in Santa Monica, the occasionally you'd see somebody that was famous. Well, one of the Sheen boys was in the lobby once. I think Keanu Reeves had shown up there and stuff like that. But they don't come to my house too much, so I don't.
Are you sure? I'm just saying.
They're hanging outside. That's Keanu Reeves. What's he doing? I say he's a really nice guy, so I don't want to besmirch him. He's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah, he probably would be at your house.
Yeah. He'd come and help us with help you mow the lawn.
Move a fridge or something, or mow the lawn.
No, but he's supposed to be he'll help carry equipment. He learns everybody's names on the crew. He's supposed to be like a really great guy.
That's pretty rare. Yeah. I know in Australia, because of when you shoot independent films here, everyone helps move equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, it's quite funny because there's not many people. But yeah, it's a skeleton crew. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to American history you want to talk about?
I think
Mr. Master's degree in American history. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
we picked the right guest to have on before the 4th of July.
Well, I could have got deep and meaningful, but I just don't know. Lyndon B. Johnson. We talked about him. Who else can we talk about? I don't want to talk about JFK.
I was a kid in Dallas when he got killed.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
My stepfather was waiting he was supposed to go to the market. They had a place where they were having a big celebration or a big reception for him, and he was waiting there, and he never showed, of course. And then my mother was actually in the motorcade. She had been sort of her company was doing the publicity for it. She was in a public relations company, and so they were trying to get everybody excited about JFK coming to Dallas, and they did this whole long deal. And so she was sort of managing the press on the bus when the assassination happened.
Wow, that's wild, man. Wow.
And so somewhere I have like an invitation to the function that never happened.
Yeah. Where were you then? Were you at home or something? Or?
I was like 3.
3, okay.
Yeah, I remember her coming home crying, but as a kid, it didn't register that. I remember watching I think it was the plane land. I remember the coverage of that for some reason, but I don't remember what happened the rest of the day. Yeah.
Right.
I was probably not allowed to watch television or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to continue with it, my stepfather was there's the shot of Jack Ruby shooting Lee Harvey Oswald.
I know the one.
Yeah. He was the one that picked that. He was the photo editor that picked that's the photo they went with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly, that's amazing. Wow.
Well, he was he was referred to when he retired as the conscience of Dallas. So he was an editorial editor, writer there. So he was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that history.
Yeah.
That American history right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, it was kind of very strange. But, he was in the news business at the time, and that was his job to pick the photo, and that's what he
photo,
yeah. And so there's
the image. Yeah.
We have some, I guess, connections with. They were both interviewed for the 6th floor museum. Yeah, and I think there's stuff that we'll inherit that we should probably donate to them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You inherit. You were saying, are they still?
Well, there's stuff that my mother's still alive. She's 102.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy.
And
moly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. No, it's and
that's funny. Yeah.
So
yeah.
there'll be. I think she was given. This is going to sound kind of gross. Photo version of Lee Harvey Oswald's autopsy.
Right.
And that wasn't something that people were supposed to have.
No.
Yeah. So she has that.
He still has that. Wow.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Gosh.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, she was kind of connected with, and then they did the company also did the public relations for the Jack Ruby trial.
Right.
So she got to pick who was in she made sure the Reuters and AP were in the room. Yeah, made sure they got a seat and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so yeah.
Man, there you go, 4th of July. Wow.
Yeah, let's talk about assassinations in my hometown. Yeah.
That's American history.
It is American history.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I have sort of, my parents were connected, not me. But
that's amazing. I did not know that.
We've never talked about it before.
I know we never talked about it, but
So what you know about the JFK assassination?
Well, it's sort of like one of those things that I wasn't going to talk about, and I was like, oh.
I actually know a little bit about that. And then, we took you down to the So, the school depository and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
In my hometown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your hometown, Dallas.
As I say, I got.
Have you gone back there? Have you gone back there?
Not for a couple of years. Went back for my mother's 100th birthday, but we haven't been back really since.
So is your mum still living there? Is that right?
She's living actually in a home. My older brother convinced her to move into this facility down near where he lives. He's a doctor in Pearland, Texas, and so he got her to move down there. And I probably regrets it, but it's probably keeping her alive, I guess.
Yeah.
She liked having being on her own.
Yeah.
Is
she quite spit though, quite with it, or is it?
I think her brain is still there, but she doesn't really communicate very well.
Yeah. Okay. It's funny you say 102 because the town I'm in at the moment that I was born in, just the other day, a few weeks back, a guy passed away here who was 102. And I remember him growing up as a kid, and he was he was quite fit and healthy. It was quite bizarre. Like, I'd always see stuff on Facebook of him, and go, oh, he's still alive, he's still alive. And then I came back and he finally had passed. But it was he's quite interesting in this town because he was, during World War II, he enlisted in the Air Force and flew over to Germany and dropped bombs on them. And he was a bomber pilot, like in those big Lancaster bombers, those airplanes. And that was sort of his claim to fame, sort of thing. So he's quite well known in this town. But yeah, he passed away literally the other day. Which is wild.
How many people are in this town?
About 5,000 people.
Was it smaller when you were a kid?
It's about the same. I think it fluctuates maybe between 3 to, maybe when I was here it was 3, maybe, but yeah, 3 to 5,000. So, yeah.
And the name of the town again?
It's called Loxton, Loxton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loxton.
It's very a town that it's on the River Murray, so one of the famous rivers in Australia. It's settled on the river. It's a small settlement. Mainly agricultural, so like a lot of citrus fruit, like a lot of oranges, a lot of grapes, apples, that sort of thing. Agriculture, so potatoes, farming, all that sort of thing.
Plenty of kangaroos too.
Yeah.
Kangaroos and dingoes.
I don't know about dingoes. I'm not sure, but kangaroos for sure.
Is there some big like dingo fence or something that was built to try to?
There is the rabbit.
Yes.
They call it a rabbit-proof fence. Yeah, out in the. Yeah, sort of keeps the dingoes from coming over, and yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Like there's also an
There's
emu fence.
Yeah, I think there's one as well. We saw a lot of, on the way down, we saw a lot of emus as we're driving through the centre of Australia. Just running on the side of the road, which is quite fun. A lot of goats as well.
How old of a country is Australia?
Sorry?
We're 250 this year. But Australia is.
That's a good question. How old is it? I don't know. Is it like...
you guys don't celebrate that kind of stuff there?
It's a bit of a sore point here about that, because what are we? Nation, 125 years. Yeah.
Do you have a Independence Day like we do?
Well, we have an Australia Day, which happens on the 26th of January. But it's a bit of a sore point with the First Nations people that are here, obviously the Indigenous culture. It sort of lately it causes a lot of tension because, that was the day that Captain Cook came and sort of proclaimed that, this was Australia, but they look at it from another point of view where he just invaded. And there's a lot of bad stuff that did happen, which is, really. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of like the Indians here.
Exactly the same. Yeah. So,
manifest destiny. We're coming to take everything you have.
Yeah.
We're supposed to celebrate that. But
exactly. So it sort of causes a lot of tension.
Yeah, we used to have a holiday here called Columbus Day, when supposedly Columbus supposedly discovered the New World, and that's now Indigenous Peoples Day.
Right. Okay. They haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It was a Monday holiday, so it's a big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why exactly we're celebrating Columbus, because he didn't actually land in America or the United States. He landed in the Caribbean, but any excuse,
Yeah. No, he's not related to Chris Columbus, the guy who did Harry Potter.
No, as far as I know, no.
No, but I think that's why his production company is 1492.
Yeah.
Not lost on him that, hey.
Not lost on him at all, no. Yeah, he's flying the flag. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
So Cook was the one that claimed Australia for...
Yeah, supposedly came into Botany Bay in Sydney and did his thing.
I just remember there was a Star Trek, there was a ship called the Botany Bay.
That's probably where they got it from.
Probably. Just put it together now. Now, the other thing I've always heard about Australia, that it was a sort of a prison colony or something like that.
Yeah. When they came over and they colonised it, they shipped all the convicts over here, people that stole bread or stuff like that, and they housed in here to supposedly build it. Yeah, but pretty rough circumstances, I think. So yeah.
All right. Hey, have you been to the Outback a lot?
We have, yeah, 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 yeah. A lot of nothing out there, but
Yeah.
if you dig a bit deeper, you start finding things, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it's always I always thought it was weird. They've got like Sydney and all those cities on the East Coast, and they got Perth way over the West. And like,
yeah, Perth's way over, and then the middle, it's just like what's going on there. But there is interesting places. You just gotta go find them. Yeah.
So you're still traveling? You said.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're sort of on the road at the moment, sort of visiting my mum. So my mum's not too well, so we're just checking up on her. And,
Is your son still doing his comic book?
he is, yeah. He's doing a lot of drawing at the moment, so we haven't really worked too much on Pepperoni Man. He's doing a lot of drawing, so he's getting really, really good at that. So he's got all he's created a character at the moment that he just draws every day. So.
So are you tabling anywhere in the near future?
No, I'm not at the moment. I'm going to probably hit it up next year. This year's been a bit funny in the way of just work and family and really focusing on family and just trying to be there for them. Yeah.
I guess I'll tell you because you probably won't show up. SRCC Press, which is the company that publishes our books, we're going to be guests at LA Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which means it shows you the bar is pretty low, but we'll be guests. Which means we get a free table, which is
that's amazing.
Yeah. You have
When's
to
that
apply.
happening?
What? Oh, it's happening
When's that happening?
Well, here, the end of October is Halloween.
Okay.
It's happening that weekend. So our
Nice.
house probably get any good, won't be home candy, but
Okay.
yeah. So that's kind of the thing. We're
Cool.
still on the
I don't
wait
know if I can
list.
make it, but yeah.
We're still on the wait list for Comic Con, but I have a feeling
Comic-Con?
that's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Or it's going to happen like too close to it. Like
Yeah.
we found out last year on this day when we were doing Comic Con, which is like 3 weeks away. People have known since November they were going to do it, and so we had 3 weeks to pull it together, which we did. And then I sort of reached out and said, kind of where are we on the? Can I find out where we are on the wait list? And the response was, "Hey, glad to know you can fill in at the last minute." I never said that, but okay. Yeah, so we knew somebody that found out the day it started. Hey, we have an opening. Like,
Wow.
It was like, no.
because unless you got to have
This is really
hotels.
prepared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't just show
really
up.
prepared.
I'll have to sleep in my car.
Just
Thanks. Yeah.
Just live next door or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
we're hopeful, but I'm kind of feeling it's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen here. Like it's months in advance. You know, and then it's never.
Well, we're not. I'd be curious to find out what next year. Blah blah. Really, we ran into these. There were people next to us. I think we have told you this at the time that were doing this. This thing these pictures that would make noise. It was really annoying.
Yes.
And so I ran to them at WonderCon and said, we were next to you at Comic Con. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. And because we had a little bit of words with him, like stop blocking our table. And anyway, he was nice about it and stuff. He goes, "Yeah, we're gonna be there next. We're gonna be there." And it's like, how do you know that? Why are they picking you?
Right.
We're comic books, and you're not comic books. But anyway, everybody already knows they're gonna go. Blah blah blah. We're still like, maybe So.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go down.
Connections.
We're gonna go. Yeah, I'd just like to find out what puts people over the top. Well, we don't want to keep you too long.
No, you're right. I've got to go and see my mum for lunch. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want to. This is kind of keeping you. No, take the camera with you. Let's be sure.
We can have it on a tour if you want.
Yeah. Here's that guy died who lived. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you doing the show.
No.
Talking a little American history. You're a master's degree in it, but that's great.
I remembered you sparked a memory in my mind. Yeah, amnesia.
Well, I just remembered you were. I was like, we hadn't talked to him in a while, and it's American. He knows American history. Al Capone.
I'm glad I got to talk about it because I got to know more about your family history and connections to Dallas and JFK.
I'm really very impressed that he knew all the names. I was like, oh,
that's great. Yeah, amazing. Really. So you did teach him well. See, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being on the show.
No worries.
We'll have to back when you can tell us your secret, NBA thing, or your Kickstarter takes off.
Yeah.
They're making a movie based on your book.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you like this, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.